Welcome, everyone, to the La Jolla Cosmetic Podcast. I'm your hostess, Monique Ramsey. Today in the studio, I have Juliana. She's one of our MAs in the plastic surgery clinic. Welcome, Juliana.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here. I'm really excited.
Ha- Happy to have you. So, maybe people don't know what a medical assistant
Right.
does in the clinic. So, if you could tell patients a little bit about where they might find you
Yeah, of
in the
course.
process and how you help.
Yeah. You will find me at first consultation. I get to know you, sort of go over your health history, any important information we should know about you, what brought you to La Jolla Cosmetics. And then once we go over that bit of information, I shadow the doctors. I come in with them to the post operative treatments, the consultations, and then I help out with any type of post-operative care like stitch removal, steri strips, basically anything that the surgeons may need help with along the way to get you to full recovery once again. Mhm.
So, you probably see people. You see them ahead of surgery, but then you see them, like, right
Yes.
after.
Yes, it's so full circle. I think that's like my most favorite part of the job is meeting somebody at the consultation and going over sort of, what their goal is. Like what do they want out of plastic surgery? What's something they want to change? And then them just kind of saying like this is something I've felt for a long time and then finally seeing that come true for them post-operatively. It's so rewarding and it's definitely my favorite part of the job.
Yeah, it's fun to kind of, like you say, have that be a part of the whole patient journey, not just part of it where you're like, "I never saw them again."
Right.
If you're in the recovery room,
Yes.
you would see the patient
Right.
right after surgery, but
Right.
then you wouldn't see them again, most likely. So, that's kinda cool.
Yeah.
So tell me how long you've worked for the surgery center and what brought you to La Jolla
Yeah,
Cosmetic?
so I'm going on 3 months at the surgery center. What brought me to La Jolla Cosmetics was I have a passion for plastic surgery. I love all things plastic surgery. I just think it's like a part of medicine that you can truly change what you want to change about yourself. And I think that you have the ability if you don't like a certain thing or if something has bothered you for a while or you're struggling with something, it could just be like a fresh start for you to be able to, bring a new change to your life. And then what brought me to La Jolla Cosmetics and San Diego, I'm actually not from San Diego, but I recently moved down here. And when I came down, I knew that I wanted to work at a plastic surgery clinic. And it just worked out when I came in for the interview. I walked through the lobby and it smelled like coffee. And then the lobby of our office smelled like coffee as well. And I love coffee. And I'm like, this is the place for me. And the whole office was just decorated so pretty. And everyone greeted me so well. Everyone was so nice. And it just felt like a right fit for me. So,
Oh, that's
yeah.
nice. So now where did you move down to San Diego from?
I'm originally from the high desert, which is like up the 15 freeway. I explain it as like on your way to Vegas in a way.
Oh,
It's a
okay.
small town, it's the desert. Definitely very different from San Diego. But I went to Cal State San Marcos for college. I got my bachelor's in biology there. So that kind of brought me to San Diego a couple years ago. And then when I graduated, I went home for a year. And then my fiance got a job here in San Diego. So we made the move again.
Oh,
So now I'm here
perfect,
to stay.
perfect. Oh, good, good. So I know 3 months isn't a huge amount of time, but what's been the highlight of working at La Jolla Cosmetics so far?
Patient cares first here at La Jolla Cosmetics. That I think that's been like the highlight of my experience is that a lot of the staff has been here for a lot of years. That I think that shows that it's a good place to be at because everybody wants to stay. Everyone's been really warm and welcoming. That I think it's made my experience like the best experience so far.
So tell me,
Mhm.
Juliana, what do you enjoy about being a medical assistant?
Yeah. I think my favorite part about being a medical assistant here at La Jolla Cosmetics is just when patients have questions or it's their first time getting plastic surgery. I think sometimes they could be nervous. And I think just easing their mind on like post operative questions or what to expect or, healing questions. I think it's been a good part of like my journey here just to be able to ease their mind and make them comfortable and know what to expect next in their healing phases.
Yeah, I think when especially if it's a patient who's never gone
Right.
through a surgery before, maybe even any kind of surgery, like the fear of the unknown. Like if you don't know what to expect,
Exactly.
it's more scary.
Yes.
But if you have somebody just like, okay, but yeah, here, boop, boop, boop,
Right.
this is normal. Here's what to look for. It's like, oh, okay,
Yes.
I can relax. I can like go through this. And I think, you get to see patients all day, every day, and you get to kind of gauge like what's normal, what isn't, and able to kind of help them feel like, okay, yeah,
Yes.
we see this all the time, and you're going to be in good hands. I think that's nice. So, as a medical assistant, have you worked in any other kind of medical specialties or just plastic surgery?
I when I first graduated from the medical assisting program, I worked in urgent care. So it was like a
Oh,
little bit of everything and it was fun. I really enjoyed it. I think outside of plastic surgery, urgent care would be like my next favorite specialty. You see a lot of everything. Like people come in with like gashes or people come in that, we probably should send to the ER. So I think it's like it's like an adrenaline thing to work at the urgent care, especially the one that I worked at. I don't know, I really enjoyed that. So I did urgent care. And then when I was in college, part time, I did family practice. But they
oh,
did, it tied in with like pediatrics, OBGYN, and family practice on like different days. So that really gave me a lot of experience because I've seen a lot of everything every day from kids to pregnant women to, geriatrics, the whole range of
uh-huh.
ages. And that was fun. I really enjoyed that. It just wasn't my jam. I enjoy plastics and I enjoy like cosmetics and I grew up with sisters and we're all around the beauty and so I think plastic surgery is like what fits best for my personality, I think. I don't
Well, I think it's
Yeah.
good to have a passion, and if you can work in an area you're passionate about,
Right.
it's just, like they say, you'll never work a day in your
Right.
life if you're doing something you love. And it really is true. And I think, you're speaking to that, the longevity of our team members at La Jolla Cosmetic. We've been around a long time, and a lot of our team has also, which is so nice.
Yes.
We have fun.
Right.
We have
Yeah.
fun together.
Everybody has
So,
fun, but they were also like everybody has so much knowledge to share.
mhm.
That I think it makes it like that good balance of like we have fun, but we also like, patients are first and we always want to be on the side of caution. So
Right,
it's that
right.
good balance.
Yeah. Okay, so growing up, so you were kind of in the high desert.
Yes.
What kinds of things did you do for fun then, and what kinds of things are you doing for fun now that you're in San Diego?
Right. So in the high desert growing up, it's a desert. I lived on a dirt road, so no sidewalks to play with kids outside besides like your backyard. So it's very like it was always cold growing up, so we would go like skiing, snowboarding up at Mount High is like the closest ski resort to us. So we did that or we'd ride the motorcycles. I had a lot of animals growing up, so we'd go outside and play with the animals. My mom still has animals to this day. Now that us
Oh, nice.
children left, now she has all these little animals to help her. I feel like fill the nest. So we did
Yeah.
that, and our town is very small. So what I enjoy about San Diego now is like I love outside of plastic surgery. I love coffee. So there's a coffee shop in every corner here. So I think that I enjoy going around different coffee shops, and I like window shopping. There's a lot of little cute boutiques here. So that's what I do here. I go to the beach a lot, and then I like to read romance books a lot. So outside of
Ooh.
being at work, you'll find me maybe at a coffee shop or reading a book or shopping.
Okay, give me a good romance novel that if I was
Oh,
gonna be can you think of one?
probably. I really like the L Kennedy series. It's like a hockey series, and they're like
Oh.
college kids who are like in hockey, and they're actually going to make it a Netflix series soon or Amazon series soon. Sorry,
Oh,
it's
cool.
called Off. It's like the Off Campus series, but there's like 5 different books to it. So those have been my
Oh.
favorite in college. My roommates and I would buy
Oh,
one,
fun.
and then we'd finish it that night, and the next day we're like, we have to get the next one.
Oh my
So that
gosh. You're a speed reader.
Yes. Well, it's because, like, romance books are like binging, like a TV series. Like, it's more pleasure than it is, like, educational, so I think you could get through it much faster.
Yeah. Oh, that's fun. Okay, so in San Diego, yes, we do have coffee shops everywhere,
Yes.
and I love coffee too. So help give me and our audience a few tips on maybe some favorite
Some
coffee
favorite
spots you found.
okay. So my current one, I actually found after I did my photos at the photo center, Java Earth. You probably everyone's probably
I've
familiar with
been
that one.
there.
That one, I
Yes.
got the brown sugar latte, half sweet
Ooh.
with an ad shot. It was delicious. So I like
Oh.
that I've only tried that one latte there. I've been obsessed with it and I haven't done anything else since. I like Moniker Coffee in Point Loma. That one's really good
Mm.
too, and it's cute because they have like a little shopping section and they have like a little bar with it. So it's a little vibe there. I like it. The coffee's good too. And then Claremont Coffee is like a hidden gem. It's not like
Mm.
these typical coffee shops that are like very about the vibes. Like it's more like it feels more homey in there. Like there's kids art on the walls and stuff, but their coffee is really good. And from there, I recommend the lumberjack latte. Is my favorite.
Okay. We're going to have to tag all these
Right?
businesses. The Java Earth Coffee, I've been because I live close
Okay.
to there.
Uh-huh.
And so delicious.
Yeah.
And their food is really good
Yeah,
too. They
it
have like
is.
great
Their
food. So,
salsa is surprisingly spicy.
oh,
I got
oh, is it?
yes, I got the breakfast tacos and with the red salsa on the side, and I, like, put a big, amount on, and I took a bite, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is spicy." I didn't expect it to be spicy, but it was really good. So,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, fun. Okay, so what advice would you give to somebody who's coming to La Jolla Cosmetic for the first time?
I think that for the first time that you come to a plastic surgery clinic, you may have a million questions. And I think that this staff is here to like give you knowledge. And I think that an advice I would give them is to not be afraid to ask questions, whether it be post operatively, pre operatively, what to expect. I think that with asking a lot of questions, it'll give you a lot of information on what exactly you're doing, whether it be breast aug or a facelift. I think that a lot of people could leave the office wondering, like, oh, what about this or what about that? And I think if you ask, then you leave confident and you're ready for surgery because you've asked all of the what if questions. So I think
Yeah.
my biggest advice is to, during your consult, ask all the questions you have on your list. So, yeah.
Yeah. And, I think that consultation visit, some people come and they've got all their questions written
Yes.
down or they have it on their phone. And other people don't and they just kind of go with the
Right.
flow. And then but if you get home and you're like, "Oh my gosh, I forgot to ask A and B and C." You know, that's where your patient care
Right.
coordinator comes in because she'll be your best friend to help you answer those questions or set up a second
Yeah.
consultation because sometimes maybe you want to bring a
Yeah.
friend or a partner or spouse, then you can
Of
always
course.
do that. That's something that if you need it, we're
Yes.
happy to have
Yes.
you
Yes.
do it. So because I think you're right, education is the
Right.
biggest
I
thing.
think it gives
Is
confidence on what you're doing. And a lot of people, I think they get nervous, so they something may slip your mind. But we have people call back and we always urge people. I always tell people before they leave, give us a call if you have any other questions because I know I'm kind of an overthinker and I know that if I were a patient when I would get home I'd be like, "Oh my gosh, I forgot to ask that." So I always tell people like, if you have any questions, just give us a call. We're always a
yeah.
call or a text away to answer any questions. Mhm.
Right. And so before we wrap it up, I was thinking I should ask you now. I don't know if you've only been here for 3 months and your skin is glowing. Have you tried any of the Alastin products? And if so, which ones do you
Yes.
like?
So, for Staff Appreciation Day, we actually got like a little goodie bag with the vitamin C, like the serum, and the mineral sunscreen. So it's like tinted sunscreen, and those have been my favorites. I put the maybe that's why I'm glowy. I put the vitamin C, the serum. So I'll like wash my face and then toner, and then I'll put a little pump of it all over my face and moisturize. And I've been loving it. It's been good. I have very sensitive skin, and it's been really good for my skin tone. Like I don't get a reaction how I do when I try different serums. So
Yeah, it's a really good one. And so the reason I asked that question is for listeners of our podcast, if you subscribe and just come into our office and show us that you're a subscriber, we will give you 25 off of any product of 50 or more. So they could try that tinted, um,
the sunscreen.
Elastin tinted SPF with Trihex technology or the vitamin C. We have there's so many good products that Alastin makes, and their offices are right up in Carlsbad. So
Mm,
it's like they're nearby.
yeah.
They're in our own backyard. But yeah, we've been loving this skincare, and I'm glad you've gotten to try some of it.
Yeah. It was
So,
really exciting. It was a really nice gift that you guys all gave us.
oh,
Mhm.
thanks. Thanks. Well, thank you,
Thank
Juliana, for
you.
joining us and kind of giving your behind the scenes take as to what a medical assistant does and, just what you do at La Jolla Cosmetic
Yeah,
Surgery
thank
Center. So
you. Thank you
thanks.
for having me. It was really fun.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. And then your job is now to go tag a team member and have them
Right.
come up and
Mhm.
join me
Pick your next
for
victim.
another. Exactly. Exactly. All right. Well, thanks
Thank you.
everybody for listening, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Take a screenshot of this podcast episode with your phone and show it at your consultation or appointment, or mention the promo code PODCAST to receive $25 off any service or product of $50 or more at La Jolla Cosmetic. La Jolla Cosmetic is located just off the I-5 San Diego Freeway in the Zymed building on the Scripps Memorial Hospital campus. To learn more, go to LJCSC.com or follow the team on Instagram at LJCSC. The La Jolla Cosmetic Podcast is a production of The Axis, TheAxis.io.